Well, here's something we haven't seen since episode 2, a Zack intro. And Zack clearly speeds through his lines, as they are almost unintelligible at one point, and he ends up sitting and smiling awkwardly for a couple padded seconds at the end.
When we were in junior high, my father promised to take me skiing if I got a B on my history midterm. After cramming for the test night and day, I knew I couldn't pull it off. So I got Screech to let his pet rats loose in order to get the test postponed.
I'm sorry, but that was poorly done and wholly unnecessary. And why is that? Because the first scene shows Zack cramming for the midterm so that his dad will take him skiing. This is not a normal sight for Zack's peers.
Zack, are you okay? He feels normal.
I feel normal too.
But you're not.
Oh, too soon, Lisa. Give the guy a break. Zack explains that he just needs a B.
A B? God, you gotta be kidding me.
Your friends are jerks. To help her students study for the midterm, Miss Bliss introduces her class to the Bliss Challenge. The class will be split into teams.
The members of the winning team will receive this.
That weird silence just shows that nobody understood that the shirt would grant them a pizza party at Cosmo's in lieu of class on Friday. Screech stands to speak for some reason and gets burned.
Screech, the Bliss challenge for you would be not getting any pizza on your shirt.
And there's that laugh again. Who's doing that? And I thought this was fun. When Zack is seriously studying, he's all buttoned up. But when he's cutting up in class, homeboy is Tom Selleck. Here, the director gives us a good look at the newest secretary. And Mr. Belding announces that Miss Bliss has been nominated by School Days magazine as a Best Teacher of the Year candidate. But back to the secretary. Didn't we last see her as a gym teacher? I guess not. So now there's just some random third secretary to look out for. Now in the halls, a buttoned backup Zack is sad. He needs the midterm delayed so that he can stop studying, but still go skiing.
All right, what do you need? Your rats. Ben and Marty? Picture this. 2 rats get loose at school. They close the school, they postpone the test, I go skiing.
Screech isn't down to help. Until he is.
Did I mention you and me going out with the Zeffarelli Twins? The Zeffarelli Twins?
How is this the second time we've heard of these entrancing twins, but never have seen them? After checking out the new secretary's, what's a good word for this?
Boogie.
It's booty.
Thanks, Miss Bliss. After checking out the secretary's booty. Yeah, 'cause he did. And after an earthquake only affects the cameraman, Mr. Belding and Miss Bliss establish that she's a good sport.
Oh, come on, Mr. Belding. It's an honor just to be a finalist with him.
You believe that? Listen, when you're in a contest, you're in it for one reason, to win. Nobody remembers who came in second in the javelin throw at the '84 Olympics.
David Hartley of Great Britain.
I almost gave this joke a pass because she's British, but then I don't know the names of any javelin throwers, period. It's the next day. The rats are loose and students are noticing. To make matters zany, Tina and Milo get something to do on screen. Rats in the school? Sounds like it's time to meet Dr. Atwater, who will be observing and interviewing Miss Bliss for the award.
We have a very close relationship. We're like this. Well, I don't mean like this. I'm a happily married man.
Does it seem like Belding is always having to say stuff like that? Milo tells Belding the school needs to close due to rats. This poster continues to haunt me. And Belding cancels school for 1 week, ensuring Zack's ski trip with dear old dad.
Miss Bliss, I'm afraid.
What the heck was that noise?
Miss Bliss, I'm afraid.
Is that supposed to be one of the rats?
Miss Bliss, I'm afraid Dr. Atwater can't reschedule her observation of your class tomorrow. If only she could have seen your battle of the 8th grade stars, we would have won Teacher of the Year for sure. I'm really sorry.
Hey, Zack's plan worked! But he also has feelings, which prompts another.
Zack, are you okay?
He confesses his scheme to Nikki, and she promises to help him study if he tells the truth. Zack confesses, and he and Screech prep for consequences. But Mr. Belding isn't mad. Not if the boys help swing the award for Miss Bliss. It's time for the Bliss Challenge.
Who am I?
Ulysses S. Grant.
Very good.
Oh, man.
And who was the president before me? And what happened to him that never happened to any other president during his term of office?
Andrew Johnson, and he was impeached.
Right.
All right.
Anyway.
The Wright brothers completed the first manned airplane flight at Kitty Hawk. In what state is Kitty Hawk to be found?
Oh, gee, it's right on the tip of my tongue.
Come on, Zack, you know the answer. We went over it yesterday.
10 seconds.
If you think about it, the Wright brothers were really the godfathers of our space program. Yet,
3, 2...
North Carolina.
That is correct.
Dr. Atwater arrives at this point to monitor the Bliss Challenge. We learn that she detests kids, which makes this earlier scene make more sense now.
Where are your students?
Oh, this is my free period.
Good. Could we secure the doors?
Upon reflection, this character is bad because she is written to occupy both the comic relief, oh, irony in being a school magazine representative who hates kids, and the straight man who has to play off Belding. It's hard to be memorable when straddling that line, and there are only few who can actually do it. Anyway, the class goes overboard in praising Miss Bliss, and Miss Bliss makes the call to kick out Dr. Atwater, as the class's education is more important than the magazine review.
You do realize if I leave today, this will weigh heavily on my decision.
I know. Thank you for coming. Good day, Dr. Atwater.
Goodbye, Miss Bliss.
And Zack sees that he's getting detention now as he's failed Mr. Belding. But then he's succeeded in getting a B+ for his work with Nikki. But then Miss Bliss gets the award anyway? Let's give it up for Teflon Zack. Sometimes, Nikki, your wildest dreams do come true. That's not how the meme works, Zack. Now, you may be wondering why Zack is so intent on going on that ski trip with his dad. My guess? Well, the last time Zack's dad went on a trip alone, he ended up macking on Miss Bliss. Before we get to our guest star, I wanted to point out a little something first.
All right, what do you need? Your rats. Finn and Marty?
As you know, Good Morning Miss Bliss ran on the Disney Channel. Screech's rats, Spin and Marty, are a callback to the Disney video shorts based on Dude Ranch characters Spin and Marty, who even had a comic book adaptation. Who was in the secret room to find out they had to search the castle? What does huffing a canteen have to do with searching a castle? Dr. Atwater was played by Martina Finch, now known as Martina Sternfeld. Her first work was in the Tom Hanks sitcom Bosom Buddies, which I had never seen an episode of this show until looking up this appearance, and I've got to say, it is amazing. Anyway, Martina Finch plays a Hollywood version of a punk in Bosom Buddies. Yeah, I don't see her as part of this scene. She later had a role in another Tom Hanks vehicle, Bachelor Party. And to further tie her into the Saved by the Bell universe, she also played one of several singers in the Fabulous Baker Boys, singing this Jesse Spano classic.
I want to love you, feel you, wrap myself around you. I'm so excited, just about to lose control. I'm about to lose control, and I think I like you. I'm so excited! I'm so excited! I'm so scared!
Martina has been writing of late, so good for her. But in closing, that Bad Brains concert has been coursing through my veins as I finish this video. So I'm going to let my favorite part of Band in DC carry us out.